Hi, I'm Daniel Foley from Foley Health and Fitness. In this video, I want to talk to you about a very simple thing that if you're not doing it already could make a big difference in you having more abundant health. So let's talk about grocery shopping. So one of the things we see just a lot of times is clients that we have are not typically getting to the grocery store regularly. So it's important for you, if you want to have abundant health, that you need to get to the grocery store regularly to have a constant supply of healthy foods to eat. Because we all know if your house is either has no food, then you're going to be going out to eat. Maybe you might not make the best choices if you go out to eat. Or if you go to the grocery store and you buy a bunch of junk, if the junk is in your house, more than likely you're going to probably eat it at some point. Maybe you avoid it for a couple of days, but eventually the temptation gets you and you start to eat some of that junk that's in your house. So one of the best habits I could get you into is try to get to the grocery store at least one time a week and make sure that you are stocking up on healthy food. You know, things like fruits and veggies and healthy carbohydrates like brown rice and quinoa and sweet potatoes and things like that, and leaner proteins and healthy fats, things like avocados, nuts, seeds, olive oil. But get to the store at least once a week and buy healthy foods. You know, you may need to go maybe sometimes more than once a week for some people. That's okay too, whatever works for you, but try to get into a good rhythm, a good routine of getting to the grocery store. And when you go to the store, I want you to stock up on healthy food. So one of the things I want you to get into the habit of doing is checking food labels when you go to the grocery store. You know, a lot of the stuff that's healthier food is on the perimeter of the store, but if you get into the aisles, I want you to start paying attention to food labels, because a lot of times maybe there's a peanut butter that is not so healthy right next to one that's very healthy. Maybe there's a ketchup that's not very healthy next to one that's healthier. And so start to pay attention to food labels. Start to look out for things like high fructose corn syrup and anything that has the word hydrogenated. As a general rule, try to stay away from stuff that has ingredients that you can't pronounce. But start to look at the food labels and start to look at the ingredients of what is in your food. If there's a lot of chemicals and preservatives and additives and things that don't look like food, then stay away from those and go more towards things that look like more like real food. For example, peanut butters. There's all kinds of peanut butters that have just peanuts and salt, which is good. But then there's a whole bunch of them that have added sugars and hydrogenated oils and all kinds of other stuff in them that are right next to the good ones. And so you got to make sure you read some labels sometimes when you go to the store. So that's the first thing. But it doesn't do us any good if we go to the store but we don't ever cook healthy food. So we got to make where we're really trying to get you to is that you cook more of your own food. One of the best habits you could get into when it comes to your nutrition is not only getting to the store, but cooking more of your own food. I'm not saying you're never going to go out to eat, but try to get into the habit where the majority of the food that you eat is you did a good job of grocery shopping and now you cook those healthy foods. But one of the things I want to talk about is try to make your food, sometimes people can get tired of the food that they cook, so try to make your food more appealing. So when you're at the store, start to look at how can I add more colors and flavors to my meals. Maybe I could add different colors of vegetables, or I could add different herbs and spices and seasonings, but start to be on the lookout, how can I spice up my meals, so to speak, and make them more visually appealing with more colors, and maybe add more different flavors and spices to my meals as well, because a lot of those herbs and spices actually have medicinal benefits as well that are good for your health. So not only do they make your meals taste better, but they're actually better for your health when you add a lot of these colors and different flavors and spices into your meals. So that's a little bit on grocery shopping. Remember, try to get to the store at least once a week. Pay attention to what you're buying. Don't just mindlessly throw stuff into your cart. And then make sure you're cooking your food, preparing healthy foods, and try to find ways to spice up the meals that you're eating with more colors and more variety in your spices and flavors that you use in your meals. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you're interested in learning more about nutrition, we offer 7 free workouts in our gym. You can come in and try it out and see what you think. There's no catch or gimmick. We just want you to come in and try 7 free workouts and get started with us on your journey to abundant health.